welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about how to manage your time in your dual enrollment / high school class. This is for the people who have high school classes and dual enrollment courses at the same exact time. So all my, I think 10th graders, I know 11th and 12th graders. I am a 12th grader right now, and I want to share my insight of how my first semester went and how my second semester is about to go with my high school and dual enrollment classes. I was just off a break. My dual enrollment classes ended in December, like the beginning of December, and now they're starting in like late January. So I had about a month off where I was just doing my high school classes, but before I was doing both at the same time. I'm gonna show you how I manage my time, because I don't know how you want to manage your time, but this is how I did it, how I stick to a schedule. I did great for my first semester, and I just wanted to share my insight. First things first, for managing your time, is look at what your schedule is currently. If you are starting in the fall, then that means you haven't taken a dual enrollment course yet. I'm taking 2 right now. So that means that I want to look at my high school classes. Don't look at the dual enrollment classes yet. Look at your high school courses. Look at your high school courses first. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to see how many you have. I have 4 in total, which is half of what a full schedule is for my school. So I have like a half day. I have time in the beginning of a day, and then on a different day I have time in the end of the day. So I look at my schedule for my high school classes. I want to know what time I go to class, what time I'm in class, what time I have breaks, and all of that. You also want to look at your regular schedule. Is okay when you wake up to when you finish class to when you finish your day. So you want to look at all your schedules and see how are you going to put dual enrollment into that, because you're going to have to spend time during your day. You're going to have to spend time out of your day working on dual enrollment. So if you have remote, which is what we call like kind of face-to-face, which means you have to show up to the Zoom calls, then you have to plan for, okay, I have to be in class. You're not going to be able to do homework from your high school classes or your dual enrollment courses. So you're going to have to manage your time between both. Yeah, just look over your schedule, both your schedule of your regular day and your schedule of your high school classes. Second thing is to make a schedule of your weekdays and weekends studying / relaxing. So what that means is that what I did, I'm gonna show you a picture of it. What I did was I made a schedule of my regular day, just regular week without any school into it. I wake up at 5:40 a.m. Yes, I do. Please do not judge me. I wake up at 5:40 a.m. every day, even on weekends, and then I exercise, I take my shower, I eat breakfast, my thing's over there. Then on weekdays, I go to school, my high school classes, and then at the end of school, I take a break, and then whatever I want to say I do at the end of the day, which is just like doing work. On the weekends, after I eat breakfast, I just do studying and do homework, and then whatever else I do at the end of the day. And I say on the paper I have, it should say it ends at 6 o'clock. That's not when I typically end. It's just I ran out of paper. I didn't want to put from 6 to 9, because I go to sleep at 9. I wake up at 5:40, I go to sleep at 9. That's kind of how you want to show your schedule, when you wake up till when you go to sleep. If you don't want to put like everything you're gonna do from 6 to like wherever when you go to sleep, like it's 12 in the morning, you don't want to put all that. Just say you're going to study for the rest of the time. It always varies in when you want to sleep. You don't have to stick to a sleeping schedule. I have my own sleeping schedule, which is to sleep 8 hours a day, and I complete that by 5:40 a.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. I think that's 8 hours. It's like very close, 7 something, 7 like 40, whatever. But that's how I am. I've always done that. So that's how I do that. So you want to make that schedule first of when you're studying, when you're relaxing. You want to plan that out. When you're exercising, everything needs to be planned out, because you don't want to interfere on things you need to do. Like if you want to get up in the morning, you want to eat breakfast, you need to incorporate that into your schedule before you're like studying when you're supposed to eat breakfast or not. So that's one thing you should do to manage your time. Third thing you want to do, make a schedule of your classes and when they are, to make sure that you are on time. So I have another picture of, well, I don't know if I can show this picture. This has like my teacher's names on it. I'll just try to cross it out. But I have like a grid of my courses from a Monday to a Friday, because I don't have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So I wrote out my high school courses. As you can see from the picture, like my classes are very like sporadic. It's like 2 on Monday, and then two on Monday in the 2 bottom boxes, which is the afternoon, and then 2 on Tuesday, which is the morning classes, and then nothing of that. So that's how my schedule is. I understand it because I know what time and why I put it like that. It's 8 periods, so the top half is morning and the bottom half is afternoon, so I understand it like that. So I wrote out my courses. If you're in like 11th grade, I don't know if you get a half day. I know our 11th graders don't, so dual enrollment is like very hard to do during the school year. The only time you'll be able to do it is like during the summer. But if you can incorporate that, just write down all 8 of your classes. You want to make sure that you're on time for all your high school classes and on time for all your dual enrollment classes. At the bottom, I show my dual enrollment classes, and I put the times of when they are, so I know, okay, on Monday you need to stay up to go to class at like 6, or you have this much time between this and this to go to class. So I know my school day ends at 4:10. If I have a class starting at 6 o'clock, it's your plan, it's your decision if you want to stay up or not, but you know that you need to be in class at 6 o'clock. That's when the class starts. So I wrote all that down on a schedule grid to make sure I know, okay, I need to be in class at this time, and then whatever else time I have, I can be free to do whatever I'm saying I'm doing. So this just makes sure you're on time. The fourth thing you want to do is check all tabs on the site you use for your classes and look at everything they put in there, like your faculty info, announcements, course content, etc. So this is for your dual enrollment courses. You want to make sure you look at, okay, every tab. So I just got one of my courses. The other course hasn't been put in yet, but it's kind of early, so I'm fine with that. But the other course has been put in. So first thing I did when I saw it, I looked through my announcements. I looked through each and every tab: my announcements, my content, the schedule, the syllabus, the faculty info, the resources, and all that stuff. Even though I'm not going to start yet, I'm looking through all that to make sure, okay, I get a general idea of what I'm about to do this semester. And that's what you want to look at. You want to look at, okay, what are you about to do? Definitely in the syllabus and calendar section, you want to look at what are you doing? When are your dates? When are your due dates and stuff like that? But you want to focus on that, but you also want to look at everything else, because everything else is still important. And definitely the faculty info, because you want to make sure you can stay in contact with your professor and everything. So that's one thing that you want to do. This is the fifth thing. You want to look at your syllabus for the semester and analyze what you see with your calendar. So you want to look, when you're looking at the syllabus, you're just kind of reading over it at first when you do a full flip through, but you want to actually, when you go back to the syllabus, look at the syllabus and then look on your phone or something else. Look at a calendar and see, okay, the first assignment is due January the 24th or something like that. Okay, so January 24th is like a Sunday, and then you keep looking. It's like, okay, this date, okay, that's a Sunday, okay, that's a Sunday, okay, that's a Sunday. You want to make sure you're looking at all that, okay? So it typically looks like all my assignments are due on a Sunday. So that means throughout the week, I need to be doing the work or studying to make sure I get my assignment done by the 24th. So you have a general idea. And to make sure what time they want it done by the 24th. The fifth thing you want to do is write down your dates and dates of the assignments, tests, quizzes, etc. in a planner. If you don't have a physical planner, you can use Notion like I do. It's great, and writing on a piece of paper will do the trick too. Writing down, so now you've looked at it. So you've looked at, okay, when is stuff due and all that. Now you're going to want to put it in a planner. I put my stuff in a regular planner I got from Staples. I mean, you don't need to go to Staples. You can go to like the Walmart or stuff like that. It's a 2020 to 2021 planner, because that's the year that I'm in right now. But if you can't afford a planner or you can't buy a planner, Notion is the second best option. It is technically a website, because I've used it on my computer, and you can type in like www.notion.com and it works just as great. So, and it's also an app. So if you have space, you can use it as an app. But if not, you can just go to a website and then have an account, because it's linked up to an account. So if you use it in a website, all you need to do is log in. It'll save all your stuff. So that's what's great about Notion. I think I've seen a lot of videos about Notion, and I thought it was cool at first, but then I realized, oh, I can hook it up to any device, like my computer and everything that doesn't have the app Notion, because it's just a website. All I have to do is log in. Yes, write down all your stuff. Write down all the assignments, tests, quizzes, and everything. Those things aren't going to change. Those dates aren't really going to change unless the professor says so. So you want to write it, and you want to write it down before the class starts. That's what I'm about to do. 16, you want to do is write down when you will take notes for the topics that will be on the test. This is catered to you, and it's your job to keep up with them. So now we're on to the notes part. Things that will change because of you. Assignments, tests, quizzes don't change because of you. That changes because of the professor. I personally take notes throughout the week, and I have certain days, like before I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday dedicated to taking notes for my dual enrollment courses. You don't have to do that schedule, but if the course says that there's notes for a test and quizzes, you're going to want to take notes for those tests and quizzes. You want to have notes in order to do the test. I personally would say do it at a time where your brain is active, because if you're going to, be sleepy and tired, it's going to slow down the process. Notes takes a lot of time, and if you don't, have the most amount of the best amount of energy, then you're not going to make it to do the notes. My notes were really great last year, and I kept up with them. One thing you want to do is stay ahead with the notes. So instead of doing it like the week before, if you're saying do your notes like Monday through Wednesday, and then the assignments due Sunday, you're kind of cramming it because you still have high school classes. You might want to do it before then, like be ahead of the schedule, as in the previous week when you're doing the last assignment. That way, if you do end up falling like behind, because high school courses started getting hard and like everything, you need to get your schedule back together, you won't be like falling behind. You're technically going to be on schedule. I had that one time, and instead of being ahead by like what? Oh, my sugar. Instead of being ahead by like a week, I was like on schedule instead. But it's up to you to take notes. This is just, you can do it on the Saturday, you can do it any day of the week, but you want to plan out, you want to write in your planner when are you going to take those notes, and you got to stick to that schedule. Next thing is you want to be if you want to be ahead with your assignment, you want to be ahead with your notes, but you also want to be ahead with your assignments. So whether that's looking at them, seeing what they're generally about, it's like, okay, this is what the assignment's going to be about. I'm going to do this, and this. Okay, I've had the notes for this. And if you want to do it ahead of schedule, you can do it ahead of schedule. If you can't, then just make sure you turn it in on time. But it's best to, keep your notes correct. Keep your assignments and notes, ahead. Because tests and quizzes don't change. Stick to that schedule. You don't want to fall off or fall behind in any class. Definitely, since you're doing both high school and dual enrollment, you need to make sure you're on schedule for both of them instead of one of them. You need to make sure that your high school classes aren't so bad that you're failing them, but then you're passing your dual enrollment courses. Both of them you need to pass. You need to pass both of them. That's my main thing. So that's kind of how you should manage your time. Again, most of it is, in summary, it's just more about just keeping your schedule. If you can keep a good schedule, then you're okay. If you don't write anything down, there's no schedule, you're not gonna make it unless you wear yourself out. This is like managing your time to not wear yourself out. It's not that you can't do it if you don't plan ahead. It's just that you're gonna wear yourself out, and you don't want to do that for like 2 semesters. I'm doing 2 semesters. My first semester, I didn't really wear myself out. I wear myself out in one of the courses, one of my dual enrollment courses. But this semester, I don't want to wear myself out in either one of my courses. So that's how, just keep a schedule, keep a planner. Notion is the best at being like free and not having to download it from download it in the app store to take up storage. That's how I manage my time for the school year. I am about to make my schedule. I've just seen my course. I just looked over it, so now I'm about to put it into my planner and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you took some real consideration into figuring out how you want to manage your own time. It's tough out there. Keep pushing forward. You got this. Yeah. See you in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.